Hi everyone, welcome to Recruitment Outreach Leadership Academy. This is session 2 and this one is going to be about communication. First thing I want us to do is look at the task that we did at the end of the last session. So we asked you to come up with some games which you enjoy and some activities which you enjoy and to write them down why you enjoy them. So just in the groups that you're in, just speak to each other just for about a minute, just share which games you thought of and why you enjoyed doing them. So really quickly just share them with the rest of your group. Okay, and we'll stop there. Well done. So hopefully you've come up with loads of great ideas there, some really different games. I'm sure everyone has different ones they enjoy. So that's something that we'll look to use at the end of this session this week. So we're going to look at now, who do you think are good leaders and why they're good leaders? So you've probably had time to think about this over the last couple of weeks, looking at the leadership skills we spoke about last time. So just again, in your group or on your own, just talk about who you think are good leaders and why you feel they lead well. So these could be teachers that you know in school, it could be family at home, it could be friends, they could be coaches from the teams you play for, they could be sports people, they could be celebrities, whoever you want, whoever you feel is a good leader. Just want you to write those ideas down and also think why you think they're a good leader. So again, we've just got a couple of minutes just to talk between ourselves and our groups. Okay, and time's up there. So I'm sure we've all come up with loads of different ideas and everyone has a different opinion on who they see as a good leader and why. So there might be some disagreements between you and other people in your group, but that's fine. It's who you feel are good leaders and why you think they are. So some ideas that we've come up with, okay, are Barack Obama. So he was a president of America for 8 years. He did a lot of great stuff for the country. So he's one of the people we see as a really good leader. Jordan Henderson, he's the captain of Liverpool Football Club. He's won the Champions League with them, and he also won the Premier League trophy after 30 years of the club trying to win that. So he's a really good leader that's won a lot with the club and done really well. We've got Serena Guthrie. She's the England netball captain. She led the team to the finals of the Netball Nations Cup earlier this year, where they played against some of the top nations from the world. And finally, we've got Taylor Swift. So she's a positive role model for a lot of people, and also a massive advocate of women's rights. And a lot of people look up to her as a role model and a leader in the celebrity world. So they're just some examples. Somebody might have come up with similar ones to that. Some like totally different. They might have looked at people close to home, say coaches or teachers or anything like that. But we can all see different leaders in a really good way. But just looking at the why we think they're good leaders. So hopefully you've got some ideas around that as well. Now we're going to talk about communication. So what different types of communication do these people use? So looking at the ones you've thought of, taking the few that we've just shown there, on your own with your group again, just think of the different types of communication that people can use. So there's loads of different ones, but some of the most important ones to you, and which of those are most important so you can use them when you're leading your sessions. Okay, so just 3 minutes with your group. Off we go. Okay, and we'll stop there. So again, I'm sure there's people have come up with loads of different ideas about which ones are most important to them and they think they take a lot from. Some of the ones that we've looked at are speech, so how we talk to people, the communication we use from our mouths, making sure that we're clear and concise when we're speaking and people understand what we're saying, so we could ask questions in that as well, and use that to hopefully ensure that people have understood what we've said. Body language, so how our bodies look, so if we've got an open outlook with our arms open, we're talking to the rest of the group, bringing them into the conversation or into the talk that we're having, making sure they understand what we're talking about as well. Being a role model, so that can be during our sessions and our leadership sessions that we're doing in school with the people that are doing the leadership with us, or it can be just around school. If you're that positive role model for other people and they can see you doing things around school that can really lead to other people doing the similar sort of things. Smiling and positivity, so being able to bring people in with our positivity, make sure we're smiling so it looks like we're enjoying our sessions as well. That makes sure that everyone else will enjoy it along with us. And finally, active listening. So this is about when we ask someone a question, making sure we're listening to their answer. So when they tell us the answer, we're not just thinking about what we're going to say next, we're actually listening to what they say, and we've got something to say back to them if they do ask us a question, or maybe we don't want to follow up with their point to help other people in the group understand. So they're just a few examples of communication and how we can use them in our leadership sessions. So we want to write those down and make sure we understand and we use them in our leadership, because we're going to look at our task for next week. So over the next 2 weeks, I want you to try and lead some of your favourite games to other pupils in your bubble or class. So these are the activities we spoke about at the start. So whatever they are you've come up with, we need to try and lead those in break time or PE lessons, wherever it might be. We're just looking at how we lead, but also thinking about the communication skills that we use. So looking back at the ones that we've just seen there, making sure that we're thinking about our speech, thinking about our body language, trying to be a positive role model, smiling and positivity and enjoying the sessions we're leading, and becoming an active listener. So I want you to have a go at those over the next 2 weeks, and there might be some of the communication skills that you're really good at. But there might be some that you might need to practice more, and that's something that we can work on in the future as you lead more and more sessions and become more confident with it. As always, if you want any more information, go to the website, the leadership section. There'll be more information on Twitter, or if you want to email me, my email address is there, and we can give you some more information. Hope you enjoyed the session, guys. Thanks very much. I'll see you in 2 weeks.